do you have any like female creators that you actually watch yourself? Or do you not really know too many? Yeah, see, I
Um,
know that's why. It's a small amount of
Let me
people.
think. In terms of like, not really. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are like female like sneaker creators out there, but for me, which sounds really weird. So even though I make sneaker content, I don't watch a lot of other sneaker. I watch a few sneaker.
No, no, that's
I
the
do
exact same
love
as
like,
me. I don't watch. I don't.
yeah.
Yeah.
I only watch like a selected few. So I love like, obviously your channel, Seth Fowler's channel,
Mhm.
like Brad Hall. I love Brad Hall.
It's funny.
I just find it so it's so funny. Like it's so entertaining to me. So those are the channels, and then like Roscoe's channel, he's like very Yeezy focused.
Hmm. Yeah.
And then after that, yeah, and then there's a girl, her name is Richelle, and she has like amazing, like she cops like the most amazing thing. She has a pair of Air Geos.
Oh,
Air Geos.
wow. Wow.
Yeah, she has a pair of Air Geos.
Okay.
So yeah, her channel's really good as well.
Hey, what is up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am here today with a requested video that I've been getting since a few months after I had started my YouTube in 2019, and that is my entire sneaker collection. That is not including my designer sneaker collection. If you guys wanted to check that out, I had done one early this year. You can go ahead and check it up above, and I will link it down below as well. That is going to be excluded from this because I don't need this to be longer. So how I'm gonna break it down to you guys is the first thing that I'm gonna show you guys is my favorites in my collection. And what I mean by favorites is I've worn them multiple times. I consistently gravitate to them, and I just absolutely love them. They're my favorite. And then the second that I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about sneakers that I also do love in my collection. I do love them, and they have a memorable story to them, which I will maybe go over with you guys. And then the third is just going to be random stuff, I guess, just to add towards the end. And some of them too I just taken pictures of because they are in my collection, but they're not really that notable. However, if you guys do see anything in this collection and you guys do have questions about whether it is fit, whether it is style, whatever, go ahead and leave the comments below. But let's start with my absolute favorites. And of course, this is gonna be first because they're my favorite, so they should go first. So my sneaker of the year is going to be this one here. Might be even the sneaker of the decade for me. I'm still very floored at the fact that I can add this to my collection, and that is the Air Dior's. Still to this day, I am so shocked at the fact that I have this in my collection. I still talk about and think about where I'm going to use it, when I'm going to use it. For now, they're just quarantine shoes because there's really nowhere to wear it right now. I mean, I think with my outfit right now, I could have definitely worn them, but where am I going? Really, I just got ready to do this video and maybe do a couple errands. But if you wanted to know or see more close-ups about the Air Dior's, I'm going to link it above and below for you guys. And they're just my ultimate holy grail shoe in my collection right now. I also have to note, I apologize that they're dusty and might have some dirt on it because I do not really baby my shoes. I know I should, especially because of quarantine, but they're also dusty because of quarantine. They've just been sitting around. And the next one in my faves collection is going to be the Jordan Off-White Sails, and I had acquired this again in this year, and I've actually worn it out once. I went to go run an errand at to pick up actually my Air Dior's. This was my first experience with the sneakers app where they gave me an exclusive access to get these shoes early, and I was so ecstatic about that. I didn't know that was a thing. I was just floored at the fact that they did stuff like this. So I'm super happy and grateful to be able to have got this pair in my collection as well. The Air Dior's and this has definitely been some highlights for this quarantine. If you wanted to know more information about it, again, I did a solo video for this. I will link it above and below. And this pair is definitely one of my most comfortable pairs, and that is the Nike Shox Comme des Garçons shoe. I got this shoe traveling in Japan. This was my first trip going with one of my good friends and my husband. We went to the CDG store, and oh my gosh, I can't even remember which CDG store we went to, but they had released these, and they also came in a white with the silver as well. However, I love the black and gold. I gravitate to that often, even though I wish I actually got both. I love these so much. They're so freaking comfortable, and look at that bling on it. I have one shoe with and one shoe without, but I do have the extra. I would even wear it as a necklace, but that's just me because I'm just a whatever style type of person. But these are also some of my favorites, and this is a 2019 favorite. One of my favorites from the Off-White Nike release on the 10 is going to be the VaporMaxes. VaporMaxes is actually one of my most favorite shoes from Nike. I do love these. I traveled with them so many times and I just absolutely love them. I have one lace with the orange and one with the green, but I had worn the white shoelaces down, but these are my favorite VaporMaxes in my collection. I do have a few others as well, but these are my favorite. And the last three that's in my absolute top favorite shoe ever in my collection they're three of the same, but they're in different colors. And God, I love these shoes so much. The first ones that I'm going to show to you guys is the Air Maxes with the Swarovski crystals. This is in the gold. I had changed out the shoelaces to these round white shoelaces with the gold metallic specks in them. I absolutely love these. Gosh, if they make everyone that they make, I will buy. The only one that I did not get were the VaporMaxes, and I just didn't feel the vibe for those as much as I do for these. I just think they're absolutely beautiful, and every time when I wear them, people double take them. And I got the black ones as well, and I believe the black ones were limited to an X amount of pieces. I will write it here, but this is number 426. But the black ones are, sorry they're dirty, but the black ones are actually I love these so much too because they're so low key, but if you know, you know. My favorite out of the three, and it probably has the most wear out of all of my shoes, are the same pair but in the silver. So these are the first that came out of the three. So the silver, the black, and then the gold. The silver, I actually got so lucky. I got this on a Japan trip, and my husband and I just so happened to go to Dover Street, and Dover Street Market was the first time I've ever went then, and oh, that store is just amazing. If it's just me and my husband traveling, we will visit that store as often as possible because you don't know what the drops are like there. And one day we went in and I seen it. These were the last ones in the last size, which was my size, which is women's 9. I tried it on, I scooped them up, and it's just been love ever since. Yes, the retail price on these are pretty extreme for what they are, but if you look at the reseller's price, it's like 2 to 3 times more. But these are beautiful. If someone was ever willing to sell it to me for retail again, I would love to have backups of the black or the silver, but these are just my absolute favorites. I love them to death, and I'm so happy that I have them in my collection. So now I'm actually going to break them down by styles and brands as well. I'm sorry if I look like I shifted a little bit. I actually did knock over my camera trying to get the next style of shoes in. And so the next brand that I'm going to be talking about is Jordan's, and I have to say I'm so happy and I'm so satisfied that my collection for Jordan's had shrunk in size. So there is actually not much in this one, but these are just some of the Jordans that I do still have in my collection that I'm still on the fence on letting go. Some of my favorite Jordans are, of course, ones 3s, 4s, 5s, 10s, 11, 12, and 13s. That's still quite a bunch, but right now I'm super happy where my collection is at. Of course, I still do have a wish list for them, but I'm going to start off with ones. So my very first ones that I have showing to you guys, only because it has, I took a picture of this recently and I had posted on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, check me out. I posted these recently because I stayed up till 4 o'clock in the morning, mind you, trying to get the Japan released ones, and I totally forgot why I was up, because usually I do stay up kind of late. So I missed out on those, but I remember that I still have these. So these are the silver anniversary ones. And you can see that sitting in the box, I heard there's a little hack for the cloudiness on the logo here, which is to bring a hair dryer and kind of get that moisture or whatever out. So I'm going to try that out. But this one has the really shiny cracked leather material. I actually really love these. I still think they're great, and that's why I keep them in my collection. But most of all, I do love them because they came in the special box here. And I think I would have remembered it a little bit more if the Japan ones had the suitcase version to be released for the US, but they only did a Japan release only. But I am at least happy that I got these, so that I don't feel like I missed out on the Japan ones that much. These here might be my only mids in my collection, and that is the Old Love, New Love Jordan ones. And these are, I think I just told you guys, these are the only mids that I have in my collection. Again, sorry guys, they are dusty and they are due for a cleaning. So I do have the pack here. So I have the Old Loves, and what really sold me on the pack is the New Loves. I still love these shoes to death. I think they're fantastic, and I just still love them. I mean, I haven't worn them in a while, but they're still really great. And I bought these at a time where Jordans just sat on the shelf or sat behind the cash register, and you can ask someone who works at Foot Locker, excuse me, can I buy one of those? Oh, the days of those are gone. Next here I have are the Mellows. Wow, I haven't worn these in a while. So these were a release for youth sizes, and I have this in a 7 youth. I gotta say, when I had first bought these fit so much better than they do now. I think that's why I also buy a size bigger, either half a size to a size bigger, because they're more comfortable. And I love these when I first got them. I haven't worn them in a while. Honestly, I don't even know if they even still fit anymore, because now I gravitate more towards men's 7s and 7.5. And since this is a 7 youth, I don't know. But when I said I shrunk down my collection, it's because I sold a lot of 7 youths out, because I feel like they're not comfortable to me anymore. But these are still really great. I think they're cute. If they're gonna stay in my collection, I don't know. Next I have here is the Crimson Tints, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I bought this because they're black and pink, and your girl loves Blackpink. I am Jenny bias all day long, but that's the real reason why I bought these. They're still super cute. I haven't really worn them. I think I'm gonna switch them out to the green laces for fall, but that's really the main reason why I bought it, Blackpink in your area. And the last ones that I have still in my collection are the Barons, and I do love them because they're pretty simple with the gray. I do love the contrasting style of the laces as well. I did have the shadows, but I got them in a youth size, so they were a tad bit too snug for me, so I sold those. But I still do love these just because they're pretty basic with the gray and the black and the white. And the only threes that I have in my collection are going to be the 2011 black cements here. And honestly, I think I don't get rid of them because they're the only threes that I have left in my collection. And they're one of the more older shoes, I guess, that I do have now, since I got them sometime around 2011. I bought this from a friend, and I actually have not worn them threes in a long time. But I think I just keep these around just because they're the only threes that I have left. Let's move on to fours. I have the Toros here, and one of the reasons why I am deathly afraid of wearing out the off-white sales is because you see this paint crack here? They make me incredibly sad, and I mentioned that in that video as well, that I know that eventually the paint's gonna crack and it's just gonna break your heart and it's just gonna break you. And so that's probably why I don't really wear my fours as often anymore. I honestly can't remember the last time I wore these, but these are actually one of my favorites in my collection because the red on this is just... So these here are the Thunders. And I gotta say for these, the cracking in the paint isn't as bad as the Toros, but honestly it's probably because I wore the Toros more. I said Toros at first, but these are still cracking, so sad times. Oh. Actually, these ones here are my favorite. I just sold off the youth size that I had in those because, again, 7 youth is just fitting way too snug nowadays. But I do love these a lot. These are the Oreos with, it's an all leather shoe, and that's why I wanted a backup so badly, is because I just thought the quality on these are just so amazing. And these are not cracking, mind you. These are looking real good. Yeah, these are looking extremely good, and I still, oh, that's my hair, and I still really love these quite a bit. All leather, come on. Is this my only 7s? I swear I thought I had another 7. If I had another 7, you'll probably see it in the mix with others. But this is from the Gold Moments pack, and I wore these so much. Again, the painting on this has been chipping, so this came out in the GS sizes, and I really love these quite a lot. I wore these a lot, and wow, the paint has really been chipping away on these, but these are so comfortable. That's why I kept them. But I love them when they first came out, when I was a size 7 youth. Now we are going to move on to 11s. 11s is probably one of the most that I have in my Jordan collection, and these are still ones that I have a hard time letting go. I let a couple go. I gave one to my nephew for Christmas. I don't know if it was last year or the year before that. I think it was the year before that. But let's start with this first one here, and it is the Gamma Blues. Yeah, I think I've worn these once. I still love them. I think they're great. I think 11s are probably the most comfortable ones that I've ever owned, and I think that's why I have so many of them. I love this one. What I don't love, and I think that's probably why I'm not wearing them too often, is the patent on it. The patent leather is not really my favorite. Ooh, these are starting to crack. These are the Cool Grays. Wow, what year is this? I don't know what year this is. I'm going to have to Google it, but it is also cracking here too. It is seen better days, but I've worn these a bunch. Ooh, with the receipt. Oh, so I have also, see, I don't even remember what I even have anymore. I even have the breads. And when did I buy this? I bought this from Foot Locker in 2012. My gosh, it's been almost 8 years already. And these actually look really great as well. There's no, yeah, they just look great. Just those cool grains, man. Wow, they're just like cracking like crazy right now. Oh, this is the shoe that started it all, guys. This is an 11-year-old shoe, and you know what? This is probably my most worn Jordan in my collection, and Ooh, look at that yellowing. The yellowing is crazy on these. The yellowing is so crazy on these. These are so well used, so well loved. You know what? I think I am going to put them back in rotation, see how they hold up. But gosh, this is the one that started it all. Again, gone are those days when you could just walk in and be like, hey, do you so happen by chance have these in stock? And they have them in stock. Really, gone are those days. But this is the one that really started it all for me. And that's for the 11s anyway. I've always been a dunk girl. But wow. Still my favorites for the 11s. I guess we're gonna skip around. I'm just going through whatever boxes that I have. When I initially took them and grabbed them from my other room, they were all in order, but now as I had placed them down, they are not, so I apologize for that. So these are the breads. I think I've only used these a couple times. Yeah, you can see I have a piece of tape on the bottom. Gross. Ooh, but I still have the sticker and everything on the circle, which... So I have these in the 13 breads. I honestly can't even think of the last time I wore these. I think I maybe wore these a couple times. So I got these. What are these? Oh, these are the Altitude Greens. Wow, I got these in 2010. So these are the Altitude Greens. These did not actually come in, at the time, these did not come in a men's 7 or a 7.5. So I had to get a men's 8, but that's okay because I already buy 7, 7.5. I am 5'8", so I'm definitely tall enough to pull off these shoes where they don't look giant on me. But I really love these when they had first came out. I still think they're great. So we're skipping back to the 11 now. So these are a girls release as well. So these are the pink snake skins. And I honestly, I know for a fact that I didn't wear them more than once. And the reason that I didn't wear them after the first time is because I'm not a fan of the inner parts of the shoe being white, because the first time I wore it, like you can see like the pilling from the socks. I think it's beautiful. I wish I got the first release of these, but these are still really beautiful as well. But that really held me back from wearing it. Like you would really have to take care of it. And because it has the white lining on the inside, it's starting to yellow quite a bit from age, but these are still absolutely beautiful. I think they're extremely girly and fun. So I just still keep them in my collection for that reason. But oh, the white just kills me. What are these? Oh, these are the snake skins in the green snake skin. I actually really love these as well. And I think that the way that they make men's shoes is definitely better craftsmanship and material. For kids' shoes, they generally kind of dumb down the materials for it. But these are still one of my favorites. Again, these were ones that I believe did not come in a men's 7, 7.5, so I did have to go with an 8. So that makes them extremely comfortable, and I'm able to wear thick socks with these. So these are great. And the shoelaces on these too, like I feel they're so much more premium than the kids versions, but the kids versions are cheaper. And what are these? Oh my gosh. So guys, this shoe, I love them so much when they came out. So these are the Flints. Oh god, I have dust all over me. And I took out the shoelaces because I washed them, but with age, the suede kind of leaks onto the white. So if you can see, there's a discoloration going on in the pods there. Still such a great shoe. I love them. I need to really find the laces for them. Oh, they're inside. So I should relace them and wear them again, but they did re-release these. I really contemplated getting another pair, but I didn't get to see them in person. I don't know if it was exactly the same with the suede, but if it is, then the discoloration is real. Like you can see, it's like a slight hue of pink, or it looks pink to me, or some kind of orange. But these shoes I wore quite a lot, again to the point where I had to wash the shoelaces. And we're rounding down to the last 2 Jordans that I have in my collection, and perfect before my camera dies. and overheats. So I have the 12 taxis here. I actually really love these too. Majority of this shoe is leather, and of course it has like the gold touches on it as well. And at that time when I was collecting these, I really loved anything black and with gold in it. So there's these. I still really love them. I think that's why they're still in my collection. And the last ones that I have here are these. I didn't know what they were called. I literally just had to check, and they're called the Masters. I just loved it because of the simplicity of the black and the gold. Again, majority of it is leather, and I think that is just beautiful. I don't even know if I wore these, maybe once, but they look extremely clean on the bottom. But this is going to round out all the Jordans that I have in my collection. Anything that I had missed, I will add photo clips towards the end. Gotta hurry because we are losing sun. And the next pairs that I'm going to talk about are Dunks, VaporMaxes, and Air Maxes. So I only have a handful of Dunks now because when I moved out of my parents' house, I left a few there. And when I mean a few, I think I had anywhere from 10 to 20 pairs that I left there. And I thought to myself, I'll pick them up, I'll pick them up, I'll pick them up. And I just never picked them up. And I slept on the bottom floor. So my room basically got destroyed. It's like mildewed, so all those shoes I had to go back, get whatever I could, which was nothing. They all just smelled musty and they had mold, so heartbroken about that. And my mom at that time had helped herself to my Air Max 97s, so I remember seeing her wearing them to work. So basically whatever I left there, they either used or got destroyed. So these are the ones that I got after, which wasn't much because when I started collecting again, Dunks weren't really as crazy as they are now. So one of the Dunks that I do have here are the Nikki Diamonds in the black. I really want to get the canaries, but of course, you know, honestly, the black was on top of my list because I liked how it was the reverse of the Tiffany Dunk. One in the low, in the SBs, I'm sorry, I'm saying Dunk, but you guys know I mean SBs, right? But I actually really do love these, and I love the fact that they do have this Velcro check as well. I still have the white and the canaries on my forever wish list. The next ones that I have are the SBs in the Concords. So I do love these because they're still fresh. The colors are amazing on these, and the patent is just such a nod to the 11s. And the last SB that I have, I made it seem like I did have a lot at one point, but not anymore, it's okay, are the Tiffany Highs. I got these for $500 at resale. I still love them. I don't wear them as often, but I do love them. And that concludes all the SBs that I have left in my collection. So next I'm going to move on to the VaporMaxes. These are actually, after my off-whites, these are actually my favorites. And these are like these infrared pinks. They do not pay off great on camera, but they are like this really crazy hot highlighter pink. I love these. I wore these a bunch. This is this multicolor knit one that I forgot that I had, but I do love multicolor and I do love fly knits, so that is why I had purchased this one. I have the Comme des Garçons. They did start making them without the laces when they came out with the CDG one. I remember when I wore these a bunch when I first got it, and a lot of people were like, what are those? And they're like, I think they questioned the legitimacy of this pair because they known to have shoelaces, but I actually forgot I had these as well. As you can probably also tell by now, I do like CDG a lot. If you wanted to see a couple other pairs that I had, again, go and check that designer sneaker video that I have listed down below. Because I love VaporMaxes, I really did like this beige slash, it kind of has like a lilac on the back. Also, what sold me was the clear pods. Come on, they're amazing. And last for the VaporMaxes is the Oreo colorway. These are these for some reason are the most comfortable out of all the VaporMaxes. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why, but I feel like these just fit the most comfortable. I actually forgot to mention, I actually got 2 more pairs of Jordans that I forgot. They're mixed in with other boxes. But how could I forget about the Chicago ones? Like how? How could I have forgotten about these? So I you know, honestly, I forgot about them because they're actually my most recent pair of Jordans that I have worn in a while. So I have those. And yes, I did have another 7. I just didn't know that it was mixed, and they are the Bordeaux's. I can't wait to bust these out for fall because I love the Bordeaux color. And now we're going to move on to Air Maxes. I am a huge fan of Air Maxes, as you can see through my Swarovski 3 that I have there. I love 95s, 90s, 97s, 180s, 720s, and I just love Air Maxes, okay? So this one is a 270, and they're just these pink ones here. These had their time and their moment in the sun. They're just pink. What are these? Oh, these are my favorite 720s. Let me just adjust this here. These are the Be True 720s, and when these first came out, I tried really hard to get my size. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get myself a pair. I scored with these. We were at Seoul in Korea, and gosh, their Nike store at one of the malls that we went to was amazing. So because they just had opened a while before we got there, they had these come back in, and they also had like these really cool accessories for the shoe. I really have to readjust it. I don't know what these are called, but I got one that says Seoul on it. We have a couple other ones that has like the Nike check. I put that on my reacts, which you'll see towards the end of this video in the miscellaneous section. But I do love the Be Trues. This lilac color blue, or this light lavender color, is beautiful, and it also has the hot pink pull tab, which hot pink is one of my favorite colors. So this is my favorite 270s. Did I call these 720s? Sorry, I meant to be saying 270 this whole time, but these are my favorite. Oh my gosh, I'm mixing them up. I'm sorry, they are different. Sorry, those are the 270s, so these are the 720s. Wow, goes to show I haven't worn these in a while. When I saw these guys, I had to have them. There is something so like advanced technology style looking on these shoes here. Like these have like it almost looks like carbon fiber, and I love the space intergalactic kind of look that it has to it. So, and here, if you probably, I don't know if it will pay off on the camera, but this is kind of like a forest emerald green, which I absolutely love. And please tell me they put this as the lining for the shoes, which I'm about to cut a piece and put them in my nails. It's a thing. I'm not making it up. It's a thing. And another, apparently I have 2 720s, and I honestly can't even tell you what these look like. I'm finding out right now. Oh, okay. So I just got these because I love ombre, and they remind me of Shave Ice, so that's why I bought these. And we'll put those away. They're not, I don't think they're as cool as the other ones, which I know went on sale at Foot Locker. I seen it. It made me sad, and I think that's probably why I didn't wear them that much, but still love them. Here's a pair of 180s. Again, I already talked about it. Oh, the paper is dripping. I love CDG, so this came out in I think 3 colorways. Came out in like a whitish pink, a white with a pink and a pink on a pink, but the pink and the black was the one that spoke to me the most, and I think these were the more popular of the 3. 180s are still pretty popular in my opinion. I'm like literally just remembering that I have these. These are the pack. I think, were these the Paris ones? No, these were the Shanghai ones. So I got these Air Max ones. I want to say they're Shanghai because it says height on it. So they are the rose ones. I actually think I wanted Paris if I could remember, but though I just needed to get any, and I was able to get these, so I was happy about it, which is totally fine. Came with this dust bag as well. Here, and the last one here that they're all becoming surprises to me is, oh, I also have these, the 97s in the gold. These are still really great. And you know what, guys? I think I actually have these in the metallic silver as well. Again, if I have them, they're probably going to get entered toward the end of this video. We have light again because it is now reached golden hour here in Hawaii. So I apologize for the light difference, but now we're gonna go over miscellaneous shoes, and then the last segment will be on Adidas. The first I touch points on Jordan and Nike only. So here we have a Flyknit. I had mentioned that Flyknits are one of my favorites. Lightweight. I just love them. Honestly, I forgot I even had these, but I do quite love them. Here is another Flyknit, but this is a pretty one. This is from CDG, where it has a little bow in the front and it is white all over. I remember when these first came out, I was in Japan yet again. I was unable to get it in Japan because they were sold out, but all the female employees were wearing them and I love them. So I was able to get them for a really good price from Essence. But I think Nordstrom sometimes brings it back up in their system and it's like $500. Here is an Air Presto. I do like Prestos as well. One of the ones that I would love to get in the near future when I am a baller, or if someone would like to gift it to me, are the Hello Kitty pairs. But don't mind the shoelacing. I don't know what's going on with the shoelaces here, but they did an all leather Presto, which I thought was actually really cool. And as you had seen in some of my Jordan ones, I like them because of the leather aspect. So I picked up the leather Presto as well. I have these as well, and these are the undercovers. I really like it with the white, and I really want the ones with the black on black as well. These, I didn't just open them in a box because I actually wear them as, I guess, my upscale beaters. I hate to tell you guys that I wear this as a beater, but I'll wear this, like, for example, I'll wear this to Target. Like, this is my Target shoe. I don't know what else to say about that, but that's that. And these shoes I actually haven't worn yet. I did a video about it, so if you want to see more about it, you can just click up above. But these are the Sakai's, and guys, I want them all, but the resale is still pretty high on it. So I was actually lucky to have won this on a raffle from N Clothing. Yes, you had to pay a little bit more, but it's better than what it is for resale. But this pair in particular is not bad in resale. But if you wanted to get some of the earlier pairs, which is prices that I still look at, I really do love these as well. I don't know why I haven't worn them yet. Well, yeah, I know why, quarantine, but I mean, it didn't stop me from wearing the sales. So these are Dunk Luxes. I actually posted this for sale. These are, I've never worn them before, but they are a Dunk High, and they are a premium all leather as well. Again, with the whole leather situation, that's why I really wanted them, but I never wore them. And you know what's so great about it too? The inside is quilted, so it kind of reminds me of like a low-key Chanel shoe. You know what? If I'm gonna try them on again, and I'm gonna see if I like them, because if that's the case, they look so premium. It would probably be really cute with like a Chanel brooch or Chanel accessories on it. I'm gonna try that out. Here we have a light mint Presto. I think I just bought this as a walking shoe, but I use a lot of my Flyknits for that, which you'll see more towards the end. They're just pictures. I'll quickly go over them, but these minty Prestos. So these are the React. So when I told you about the Be True, we got these cool little shoe accessories from Nike Soul, so I put one on the Reacts here. I actually really love the transparent look. I wanted to get more, but I'm glad that I didn't, because you can see some discoloration happening here, like some of the netting or the see-through material they use here. Some parts are starting to yellow. I still think they're fantastic. I should put them back into rotation, but I think I even love it more so because I was able to put in like the Nike accessories. I still have a few more, maybe I should just add them to shoes. Yeah, I'll just add them and start wearing them whenever I do stuff, which is just grocery shop. This is just a Metcon. I have not wore this yet. I think it's because it's a little bit on the bigger side. So I got these Metcons here in this rose with the white and the black and the grays. I honestly got Metcons. My husband bought them for me because these are great shoes for lifting and working out, which I have not done in a while, or go to the gym in a while because, you know, Rona. But I have these whenever I decide I want to go back. And then these shoes are questionable shoes. Like, why did I buy them? Not 100% sure. So let's start with the Ricardo Tsuchis. The Ricardo Tsuchis. Oh my god. The Tsuchis. Oh, am I saying that right? Let's just start with that. I got these. What are they even called anymore? Air Force One High Tsuchis. Oh my god, I don't know why I can't say it. Tsuchis. Oh my god. But anyways, they're these. I did wear them quite a lot. I'm glad I didn't get the ones that were much more higher, because I think that wouldn't be as wearable. But at some point in time, I really love these. Thought they're cool. And maybe they'll be cool again. I don't know, but I got these. Guys, I apologize. I am losing light, so now I had to turn on a few lights. The last 3 shoes that I have that are questionable in my collection, like why did I even buy them, are Foamposites. Okay, Foamposites really had its moment in the sun, and I questioned myself to why I had purchased these. So these are the elephants. Enough said. They were popular, you know, when the galaxies and everything, but you know, safaris. And I have to say, I'm only glad that I bought 3. And the Yeezy colorway, which is probably the most easiest one to wear if I wanted to wear them again, which hasn't crossed my mind whatsoever. Okay guys, we are towards the end and we're just moving on to Adidas now. And I apologize, I did lose sun. We are going to start off with Y3s. That is the Adidas Yohji Yamamoto line. So the first Y3s that I have are these here, which are the Pure Boosts, and these were the ones that have been super popular when they first came out. They are just a full knit upper, and they have the boost technology to it, which is so comfortable. I've worn these a bunch. I've traveled with these a bunch, and I actually really like it. If you can see here, the lettering is actually starting to peel off. I was lucky and I was able to get these for retail at Nordstrom. I just really love them, and I still really do. But I love them so much that I bought some of the other newer pairs that came out for them. And I was also lucky to have gotten them for retail at Adidas, at Nordstrom as well. So yeah, I haven't worn them. So these are the second versions that came out to it. It is still a knit upper, but you can see here that the gates are rubber on these, and even the backing as well. And then the knit has been woven in with a thread that's a little bit more stronger than the knit. So I still really like them. I think they are pretty expensive for retail. I think they ranged at about $350 to $400, but they're actually really comfortable. I haven't worn Adidas at all in a while, so that's probably why I haven't worn them, but they're extremely comfortable. I believe I also have them in So yeah, they did make it in the white, the very first style, and I really did like these as well. As you can see, they're quite dirty in the back. I even wore these to travel, but they're not as beat as the first ones. The last pair of the Yohji Yamamotos that I have is the pair of all black, which I love. I consider these quite my ninja shoes, but yeah, okay. And another one is I only have 3 Yeezys left. Yes, I've actually had a few, and I've gotten rid of a few, thank goodness, because I don't really wear them. So I have this 350 here. What are these? These are, I should know the names, and it's just white. No, it just says white on the box. So I got the all white here. Not much to rave about. I think I wore them 3 times max. And then these here are forever my favorites. These are the first, and the box is messed up, but these are the very first 350s, which I love. I've worn the most. These are the Yeezys I've worn the most. And I still think they're by far my most favorite. And the last one that I got is, I believe they called this the Oreo colorway at the time. I don't know what the box says. Yeah, it just says black and white. But I believe these were the Oreos. That's all the Yeezys that I have. That collection has shrunk down immensely. So those are the last 3 I have. I actually have another one. It is the Butters, but it is downstairs. And I'm not going to get it, but you guys know what they look like. And now, I'm just going to go over, I have Ultra Boost as well. So I have this olive green one, which is my favorite Ultra Boost in my collection. Again, I haven't worn it in a while, but it's still great. It's my favorite. This one here is, what were these called? Triple whites at the time. Not sure if they're just called white now, but I have these as well. What are these? Oh, these are another ones of my favorites. And this, for some reason, is extra comfortable. These are the knit in like a rose pink. And another one that I have are just these all black ones here. Ooh, these are another ones of my favorites. I traveled with this one as well. I don't know what this one's called. Zebra striped? I don't remember, but these are great. They did a collaboration with Stella McCartney, and this is kind of crazy. But I got this one as well. So it has gold all around, rose gold, with the rose gold in the metallic in the back. Crazy. I wore these a couple times. They're just really comfortable. One of the only few NMDs that I have left are these. These are real dirty. I got them real dirty on one of my trips to Japan because I spilt like ice cream on it. And my very, very last shoe for this sit down video is going to be my only Bape shoes that I have, and the undefeated Bape Adidas Superstars. It is so awesome in the blue. And you know the funny thing is, I never really wore these that much because I'm more of a red gal than a blue gal, but I find myself loving blue so much these days that I'm probably going to enter into my new rotation. But that is it, guys. If you guys had enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you guys haven't subscribed already, why not? Check me out. I'm going to start doing more sneaker videos. It's just something that I've always loved but never really talked too much about on this channel. I always put my foot first with luxury, and I had lost a nail during this whole shoe box opening and revealing. So I have to go and fix that. But again, guys, thank you so much for sitting with me throughout this long video. If you guys liked it, definitely give me a thumbs up and leave me comments below. Let me know what was your favorite pair. If you guys haven't checked me out on IG already, please do. I do update that a little bit more, and you get daily doses of Millie, which is my corgi dog. And that is it, guys. Thank you so much. You guys are the ELLEST. Bye.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. She's a Mona Lisa.